Hey there, comic friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. And I'm just decided to go live randomly here because I don't feel like recording this, but I want to share this with everyone. I went on a trip to Utah and visited LCS and got some goodies there. So I want to take a look and open that up. I can't wait. I'm just like super anxious to get into this. So I thought that I would hop in live and just do this, and we'll see if anybody hops in and wants to say hello. Hey there, I see Soul Twice and Jason. How you doing, Professor Comics? Great, yeah. So my trip here. You know what? I can do this. I can go. I can use the technology that's in front of me. What it do, Pikachu? I swear. Jason slotted up 503, my partner in crime on so many things, but he won't tell where the bodies are buried. Professor Comics, thank you very much. So this was a trip. I went to Utah the other week to pick up my son who goes to university there, and I find myself. Hey there, James Willie. How you doing? I found myself while traveling with time on my hands. Um, and what does a comic geek do when you have time on your hands but seek out the local comic book shop? So I checked out, there's only one comic book shop in St. George, Utah, but that's not surprising. It's not a big place. A place called Comics Plus. Guy was super cool. And the shop was kind of nice. I mean, I wasn't expecting much because I heard old man Eddie tell us that out where he's at, there's no comic book shops. And St. George is just like the next town from where he's at. And he says he goes into St. George all the time. So I was expecting not a much of anything. I walked in there. It was a really nice shop. It had a lot of wall books. I mean, there was no slabbed books on display. But there were a lot of wall books of older books and lots of backstock of books. Guy had lots of bins with cheap bargain books, and including reader bundles where he had bundled together all the stories into single packets and bundle pricing. It had a nice big back room for gaming and other stuff, and had recently acquired like a 700 long box collection that he's still going through. And after talking to him a while, he was going to hook me up and told me to give him my list of what I'm looking for. But anyways, so this is kind of my we'll crack into this here. This is my excursion to Utah and visiting the local shop there. And I'm careful because I don't know how he packed it. It's taken its own sweet time to get here. He shipped it out like last week on Monday, and it took it a full week to get from Utah to California. I could have walked it back there. Yeah, no, dude, it's Soul Twice. I'm with you, man. Readers are cool, especially, I mean, if you want to read the comics, but also, when you go back into some of the stuff when a shop is nice enough to bundle together the complete story into a run. So even if you don't know what that story is there, you get in there and you're going to grab, hey, this is all wrapped together. This is the complete story. You're good to go. So, okay, cool. He got a little bit of paper on top, but he look at this. This is kind of cool. He got some little foam corners there and put it all locked in there in nice corners, and he's got it all wrapped together into a single block with some stretch. This guy does some good stuff. He does say that he ships regularly. And so, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I like those corners. I'm going to save those if nothing else. All right. So let's see here. Open up this. He even went through and he said I saw an email he sent me. He said that he went through and rebagged and boarded all these for me too before he shipped them out, because some of the bags were a little rough. Now, most of what I got here is, let me just see. I got some Batman books that were on the fill in my run of 300 to 400. So I've got from issue 400 all the way to today. And then I have a about 20% of the 300s, and he had a good bunch. So there was a bunch of books in there I picked up along with a few extras. So we'll go through these real quick here in no particular order necessarily. So Batman 378. Most of these books were like $10 a piece, or anywhere from, I'm sorry, they were anywhere from eight. Was it eight, or I think there was a couple that might have been like $6, but anywhere from like $6 to $12 for the most part. And these are in VF condition at least. I mean, like I'm looking at this one here. There's not really more than a couple minor spine ticks, a little bit of rubbing around a corner, but that's it's an older book. That's fine. This is just to get my run going. Batman 388. There. These do look much nicer now that he's rebagged and boarded them all, of course. 363, introducing Noctura. Tells you the date right here. Here, you can win. You be on the movie Superman 3. How you doing there, Freaky Louie? How's it going? This is just stuff from my recent trip to Utah. Batman 356. I do like that. I like that. That cover's kind of cool. $354. $351. What stocks? Look at that. Batman with fangs. He's Vampire Batman. Oh no. Switch up here. I see this Batman 350. So we got a nice little run going here. Like I said, most of these, they weren't dollar books, but they're in much better condition than dollar books. Most of them between $6 to $12 for the most part for these books, which was fine by me. $349. $342. I know that Jason's just getting excited. He's just looking at all this Batman fly up here, and he's like, "Oh, I want it. Give it to me." $340. Either that, or he's saying, "I already got it. I don't need. What are you, sucker?" How long did it take to get to Utah? Oops, wrong. For me, well, it took a couple hours. I'm in California, so I flew out there and then flew back. But the books took a week to get back here. $326. This is the man trying to kill Batman. Just put it in a box, Rob. Oh, yes. Because you demanded it, the Return of Catwoman. This is $323. Nice cat. One of the older Catwoman dress outfit. Real practical for doing all that jumping and rough on the rooftops. Also those high heel boots. All that stuff is why the females are much more impressive than the men, because they do it all in high heels and a skirt, apparently. Here we go with $322. You can see these are all, none of these are beat up or nasty. These are all in, exactly said, like you say, very fine. Now, this one, however, we get last 4 books. This is the last of the Batman books. This one, however, is not in very fine condition. This is a much lower grade book, and has some definite rough spots, but it's one of those books when you're flipping through boxes and you see it, you just grab it and you make sure nobody else can grab it. And then you go look at the price and look to see how does it fit in with the pricing for everything else. So Big Dave Loves Comics, how you doing? So this book had a price tag of $90 on it. And when I looked it up and real quickly on Go Collect, and I couldn't even see the price, the fair market value at less than $150 for any grade, I grabbed it real fast. So this is Batman 251, and you can see our spot that we have where we have our stuff. We have some rough stuff here along the corner. That's the worst of it. There are some noticeable spine ticks and stuff from being loved and read, but Batman 251 for $90, I will take that all day long, and that is going off to CBCS along with my other Silver Age and Golden Age books I got going out. Super happy to have that in the collection. All right, last three books, the non-Batman ones that I picked up while in Utah. These books from were, I think these were basically, they're $40 a pop. Star Wars issue 4, Star Wars issue 5, and never get the what the next one is. Star Wars issue, wait, that was 6. This was 5. God, okay, 5. And then 6. So the last half of Star Wars A New Hope, they had it in there. These are, again, each of these, I don't see any noticeable spine ticks on them. Issue 4, which is the expensive, the more valuable book, there is a non-color breaking crease / indentation here across the 30. You can't see it, but it is something that should press out. But other than that, I mean, these are solid 8.0s, as I recall when I was looking at them in the shop. So I don't actually have them. So why not grab them, right? All I had is 742 and 108. For whatever reason, being a Star Wars nerd that I am, I don't have hardly anything of the old Star Wars collection. I actually threw most of what I had in my Let's Go Drinking mystery boxes. Don't know why. I must have been high. Anyways, so that was the thing. Warlord, how you doing? See, you got Stephen Higgins, Ramon Verse. What it up? So that was it. I mean, for you guys just joining, it was just real quick. I will have my regular Monday mail call, but I had to get these out. This was my Utah collection of books while traveling, what I picked up in Utah. The Star Wars issues 4, 5, and 6, and then the big book, in my opinion, picking up the Batman 251 for $90. Like I said, it is rough. It's really I'm not very good at grading books in the lower spectrum, but I'm going to say it's anywhere from a 4 to a 5, probably, but I will take that. Let's see, was this, Rob? The first episode of Love and Robots on Netflix. Much watch for you. Okay. I don't have Netflix anymore. That I had to sacrifice Netflix in order to get maintain Hulu, HBO Max, Disney, and Peacock. So you'll have to tell me all about it later. Anyways, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. Those of you guys that just caught this tail end here, I hope you'll watch us on the replay. Tune in later today. Check the channel later today for Monday mail call. I'm going to tell you, especially Freaky Louie, Shop for Comics, you guys will be really interested. There is going to be some Silver Age Spider-Man in there. I got some more Golden Age books and a couple slabs, as well as some modern stuff. So it's going to be a great mail call haul. But yeah, definitely, if you ever find yourself in Utah, I highly recommend checking out Comics Plus. The guy is great. The owner, his name is Dave. He super friendly. And like I said, he's basically told me about this collection he's got in the back. He's still going through. He said, yeah, send me your list and of what you're looking for. And he's going to when he goes through the pile, if he has it, he's going to reach out to me and let me know. Until next time, guys, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including myself, because I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thank you all very much.